Back in the soup. Well, this is 109926 and I've finally got it patched up and textured up the way I like it. Took a long time, even though it was released Friday afternoon. I still had a lot of trouble with it. I also had to deal with a drive failure. My backup drive failed, and if you haven't picked up on my previous episodes, I operate on with a RAM disk, which means as I pull the shotgun's trigger, that it's volatile, so I have to back it up each time I make changes and restore it when I start the computer up. That works for me because I have a solid state drive for my OS. If you're interested, it's Windows 7 64-bit professional. Great operating system, best the best Microsoft have put out to date, I think. What's underneath? Just not sure why the screen got that blue static in it. Glad I've been throwing these bolts. It's a good habit to develop if you're a player, to use the bolts all the time. Yeah, those electrodes are damn loud. There's the fountain. It looks like up ahead there's an aspic fruit punch. Same anomaly, I think they just come in two varieties, blue and green. And gotta not walk over that. As well as not get burnt to death. I think I'll quick save. I'm not 100% sure of my abilities today. Normally I'm quite confident in negotiating the tunnel without a problem. Ah, look, the game's a lot louder than I remember. I'll just fix that. Excuse me, but I'm not a pro, in case you didn't know. It's only one notch, I don't know how much better it will be. Another one. I really need a better anomaly detector. What have I got? Universal. I don't need an elite. Anyway, I've made all the updates, everything's working fine. My frame rate's nice at about 60, 70, 80, but I think I've got syncing turned on of one kind or another, maybe VSync. But I don't mind, it's running really smooth. TecnoBacon's asked us to run a variable which shows up in the display called display delta, which is about the actor refresh within the game, and it's sitting on 20, which apparently is about normal. I have seen it drop down to 10 for a bit, which apparently is very fast. It doesn't happen a lot. I don't claim my system's the fastest, but it's certainly one of the fastest systems you can build at that price point. So I recommend, if you're going to build one, drop me a comment and I'll give you some advice on how to put together a lot of bang for your buck. And keep it quiet too, nothing like a noisy jumbo jet of a case to ruin your gaming experience. You know, I completely forget where I'm going. I think I'm going to army warehouses. Oh yeah, if you ever wonder what the GPS beacons do, that's what they do. You create a stash, you put your beacon in it, and then you can check what's in your stash. And in your inventory they look like that. I think you can also just drop them, like flat out drop them on the ground, and then you get to create a marker on your map. This is pretty damn cool. I've always wanted to have map annotation kind of facility like you get in Arma 2, where you can click on a point in the map and then type in a label for it. I think that's just ultra useful. And in Stalker, your map is considered, you know, it's your PDA. You know, it's not like it's anything old tech or it's too precious to draw. I'm even interested in shooting these things. Alright, so yeah, so the Islams have got a slight improvement. I've never tried to parkour along there. I don't think it's possible somehow. What I'm going to do is go jump down in that pipe and go from there. And I can hear a bloodsucker. Just hoping the rats can't reach through the pipe. Great. Great. That was cool. Rats. I am hopeless firing from the hip. I really have to aim all the time, so that. Ooh, one shot at a poltergeist. Well, that's an interesting observation, because TB has said that all the critters now have 200 health, because it was causing problems in the damage algorithm. Now, I'm not sure how. I mean, either it can handle figures or it can't. I guess I'm assuming that he actually can see the hard-coded algorithm. So he used the term saturation. Now, I'm not that good at math to understand what that means to an algorithm, other than if you give values out of range, you get results out of range, and then you don't know how to handle them. I'm pushing up towards 2.5 gig, so I'm probably going to end it not long after this. I'm hoping there's no mercs, because we'll pop out in the merc camp unless that's changed. And as usual, I will creep up and hope that I don't get sprung. Oh, the bio radar certainly boots up faster on a level change. That's a great thing. I can hear an Islam or a zombie as well, off to the right. So, just under 2.5 gig. Another quick save. One of the things I've found is that I still can't go to Pripyat. Get a crash to desktop. I've asked for some help. I've emailed directly. That's how I've asked for help. Can you please have a look at my save game? Because I'd really like to continue, but as a backup plan, I have started a new collector game. Not something I really wanted to do, but hey, it's there. I don't want to use my good buckshot on these guys. Not really even worth shooting. Oh no, and then I use even better ammo. I reckon there's something wrong with that. Something wrong with that isomorphic ammo. It seems to be going through them. One's alive. Who's alive? I don't understand how you can get up. That's better. Just hold still while I cut your hand off. I'm going to use that to pay for the ammo I spent on you. That is in the anomaly. No. Wow, there's no bloodsuckers at the water tower for a change. Nice. I survived that, so it's worth a quick save. So I'm seeing Lukash to drop off the barrel medic. And I'm sure I won't be rewarded quite as well as the value of that thing. I mean, if it's 10,000, I should get about 3,000 for it. Lukash's rewards, by memory, are pretty tight, and look, I think I'll probably get a stash and a grand and maybe a weapon. I don't know. What's that? Oh, it's a rock. Oh, it's a pipe. Yeah, so I might go and talk to these guys in the last couple of minutes I've got before I have to stop recording and see what's going on. Yakut. Gahara's notebook. That has apparently got all my stuff in it from when you do the Le Havre quests. I've got no idea how to properly say that. And is that Kostya? Yeah, Kostya. And then we've got Wolf, the absolute legend. Now, I did some jobs for him and he paid me a grand to go all the way back to the Dark Valley and kill a pack of boars, and it's just like, I'm not doing any of your jobs ever again. I guess that's just a side effect of him having the vanilla leftover repeatable quests when he's still out here. I think it comes here in vanilla anyway. Oh, I've only played vanilla about 9 times, so I really should remember. Alright, we'll get inside the camp's boundaries, then I'll give the video the treatment, which means I'll be wrapping it up right now as I come into the last 100 or so meg in space. So, see you all later.